This is Precalculus section 1.4 quiz, the unit circle. So number 5, we're asked to factor. Okay, so factor each expression completely. So here we have one term subtracted another term. So in here we have multiple things going on, right? But here's something subtracted by something else. Okay, well, do we have anything we can divide out of both of these, right? Well, I see there's an m here and an m here. So I could divide an m, right? And I can also, I see an n plus q here and an n plus q here. So I can divide an n and n plus q. So if I divide those, then I have m n plus q on the outside, right? If I divide those, what am I left with here? Well, this one I would cancel out the m and one of the n plus q, so I'm left with n plus q, right? Minus 2, I still have the 2, one of the m's, and that's it, right? So this is what I'm left with. So now if I just simplify this, I have m times n plus q times, well, let me just take away these parentheses because they're not necessary if we're just adding and subtracting, right? So I have n plus q minus 2 times m. All right? So this is completely factored too, right? We divided out the m and the n plus q, and we completely factored it. Okay, let's go on to part B. Part B, we have a different expression. Okay, so here we have 8 times 5 minus w plus 2 times w minus 5. All right. Well, again, what can I divide out of this term and this term? Well, I can see I can divide a 2, right? If I divide 2 out of here, so that's equal to 2, what am I left with? I'm going to use braces just to not confuse them with parentheses. So 8 times this divided by 2 is going to be 4 times this divided by, no more, divided by 2, right? We're dividing out the 2, factoring out the 2, we have 4 times 5 minus w, plus, if we factor out the 2, we just have w minus 5 squared. Okay? So, is there anything else we could do? Well, the thing is, this is w minus 5 squared, and this is 5 minus w. So, you might think you cannot do anything, but you can. Let me show you what you can do. If I factor out of this right here, let me use a different color. If I factor out a negative 1, what is that going to look like? So, let's do that. I have still 2 here, 4. I'm going to leave it blank there because I want to copy the rest down exactly as it is. If I factor out a negative 1, so I'm going to have negative 1. What do I have left inside? Well, 5 divided by negative 1 is negative 5. Negative w divided by negative 1 is positive w, right? So if I factor out a negative 1 here, I get negative 5 plus w. And I could rewrite this as w minus 5, right? Negative 5 plus w is the same as w minus 5. I'm just changing the order, and I can do that with addition and subtraction. The order doesn't matter in the parentheses, right? 4 times negative 1, I can multiply these and get negative 4, right? So that's all I'm going to do for this step. So it's 2 on the outside, factored out already, plus w minus 5 squared. Okay, now I can see I also have a w minus 5 in both of these. So let me factor out that w minus 5. Okay, if I factor out the w minus 5 here, I'm left with negative 4. If I factor out the w minus 5 here, I'm left with one of the w minus 5s. Okay, because squared, I divide it out, I'm left with just 1. So then I can just simplify this. I still have 2 times w minus 5. And these I can combine, right? Without the parentheses, it's just w, negative 5, and negative 4 combined like terms is negative 9. Okay? So completely factored, I have 2 times w minus 5 times w minus 9. And this is the complete factorization of this right here. Alright, so this ends the quiz review number 5.